Just Brittany Beggs. Brittany, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Latrice. We're breaking down the weather headlines here. Clear blue sky today, not much wind out there. Here's our headlines. We've got some lighter winds ongoing for us today. Winds are still from the north, but about 5 to 8 miles an hour. So there's not a wind advisory. So this afternoon is actually much more pleasant than what we were this time yesterday. Those winds were still gusting at the airport around 20 yesterday. We do have rain moving in late tomorrow night. If you do have plans, if you've got anything to do outside the rest of the day today or tomorrow, you're A-okay with that. Friday morning, I do see a slow morning commute, a slow drive, especially to our east of 75. I think this band is going to be moving out earlier. This front will be moving out earlier in our western counties, but there will still be some wet roads Friday. I'm still thinking most of us are going to get all liquid for the end of the week too. So if you're wanting to still maybe get out in the garden, maybe you just have some cabin fever. Saturday looks to be a good day for that. The ground still might be a little saturated from Friday's rainfall. So let me show you the winds out there. There's not much in Chattanooga. We'll call it calm right now. 9-mile-per-hour wind from Cleveland, 5 in Murphy, and 3 in Dalton. So definitely feeling much nicer out there. The wind gusts will begin to increase as we head into tomorrow night. We'll have a south wind that's going to be picked up. And because of that south wind, I don't see temperatures too cold on Friday morning before that cold front moves in. And it looks like it moves in the wee morning hours. So let me show you our Vipercast wind gusts. About 30 miles an hour possible by tomorrow evening at 6 o'clock. Winds will begin to gust, maybe even in the higher elevations to 40. So kind of a nice wind picking up Thursday night. Friday morning, all depends on what time this cold front moves in, but the Vipercast is thinking with the frontal passage, probably some decent wind gusts with this. And then winds will subside as we head into Friday mid-morning. So the new data that I'm getting, it's still holding this rain off until late tomorrow. So today, no issues. Tomorrow, we'll call it more of a milky sky as this storm system does start to approach us. Tomorrow evening, I don't see any issues for evening drive time, but here's 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. The Vipercast is thinking we could have maybe some heavy rainfall briefly. I still think it's going to be too cold for any thunderstorms to get going. And by 3 a.m., 4 a.m. or so, bulk of that moisture is already east of Chattanooga. So because those winds should start to subside mid-morning, we might have some ponding on the road, depending on where you are and what location you're at. But we're thinking about a ½ an inch possible with this. As we move through 6 a.m., you'll notice this line, this rain, it's already out of here before daybreak. So if that's happening, areas to our west, you'll have, I think, a decent amount of dry time before actual drive time at 8 o'clock in the morning. So this is definitely not a big event. In fact, if this moves even quicker out of here, I don't think there'll be a need for storm alerting. If this is during drive time, if rain's coming down during drive time, then we probably will storm alert for you. But if this continues to be the trend and it's out of here before daybreak, there won't be a need for that. As we move through Friday afternoon, I do see clouds clearing from west to east. So Friday later in the day, Friday night, we are getting temperatures dropping during the day. It'll be colder, but that sunshine will be with us. Rainfall amounts then about maybe a ½ of an inch for Chattanooga. Areas that get that little bit more moderate rainfall, we're looking at maybe a ½ inch to 6/10 out of Altamont, and same goes for the Blue Ridge. Now, the earlier forecast model run this morning, it was hinting at maybe some mountain flurries from Blue Ridge and up through Murphy over Cherokee County in North Carolina. We still need to keep an eye on this. It all depends on how quickly that cold front moves in and that colder air catches up to that moisture. So it's kind of a puzzle when we put together these forecasts. As we move through the weekend, I am still thinking Saturday's the pick day. This is not a big event. I want to emphasize that for Sunday.